And welcome back to Nando Talk. Today we'll be talking about the Dolphins running backs because, my friends, I am ecstatic. I am pumped that we are going to have a top 5 rushing offense in the NFL. That is right, top 5. We're going to jump from 30th last year with 1,500 yards all the way to top 5. The San Francisco 49ers, they had the 7th ranked rushing offense with 2,100 yards last year. And honestly, no disrespect to those cats over there. Those are some fine running backs. And Elijah Mitchell, JaMychal Hasty, But Sony Michel, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert are better than them. We literally grabbed their best running back in Raheem Mostert and brought him over. So now we have Raheem, Chase Edmonds, and Sony Michel. Each of them who have different skill sets that all combine to a fine platoon, which I'll break down in a second. But we've also got Savon Ahmed, who is a fine running back. He can still develop a little further. We've got Myles Gaskin, who showed flashes in the past and then seemed to kind of fall off, It seems that he might be the odd man out. He kind of might be in the doghouse. Garrett Dokes was on the practice squad last year. He was a 7th rounder. He's more of a big guy, more of a big, powerful runner. He might either stay on the practice squad or maybe he gets called up to be more of our inside kind of the runner. But Sony kind of got brought in, so I see him taking that role. Not seeing much hope for Gaskin or Dokes. Dokes can at least maybe survive practice squad. Gaskin might be a cut or maybe a late season trade for a late round pick. But the running back group as a whole, guys, is beyond exciting. We added White too, an undrafted free agent who's got some nice receiving ability. He's got a bit of burst to him, which is cool. Maybe he's a practice squad guy instead of Dokes. Maybe he makes it on the roster. I just don't think we're going to keep 4 running backs because our top 3 guys are so nasty. Raheem Mostert is one of the fastest running backs in the NFL. Beyond beautiful to see what this man can do. When he's healthy, my God, he can just take off, hit the hole, and just go running. I love it. Then you bring in Chase Edmonds, who was phenomenal on 3rd down. He's a phenomenal 3rd down running back. He's great at pass blocking, great at catching balls. He brings this versatility that we have lacked in Miami. We haven't been comfortable with our running backs taking care of Tua, and now we can get a guy like Edmonds and Sony Michel, who are great pass blockers. Edmonds, he tries very hard. He worked well in a committee with Connor last year, so I'm confident that he can slide into a committee well here in Miami. It goes without saying Mostert can do it because he's already done it in San Francisco under the Mike McDaniel scheme. And then Sony Michel, like I've already slobbered on my Sony video, phenomenal player, He's a winner. He won in New England. He's won on the Rams. He had 800 yards last year with them, even though he got traded in August. Just picked up the playbook and started running with it. He had 200 carries. This is a guy who's a winner, who's a competitor, and he's very smart as an athlete and as a player. I think he's my preferred running back to emerge out of this platoon would be Sony Michel. He's shown that he can be a lead back when needed. He can catch the ball. At Georgia, he was averaging 10 yards a catch. In the NFL, he was balling, and he scored the only touchdown in that Rams-Patriots Super Bowl. This is a guy who knows how to get work. And like I said, 200 carries last year, 800-something yards. It's a little bit over 4 yards a carry. Great running back. As a whole, it's a great group that just complements each other. You might think we're missing a power back, but like I said, Sony is a bit of a bigger guy. He's like 5'9"-ish, I think, like a little above 200 pounds, so he's a little bit thicker. He can hit that hole if we need him to. But Alec Ingold, let's not forget about the fullback who's going to make this engine go. He makes the blocks. He's critical in that run game, and I love what Ingold brings to the table and his athleticism as well. We keep seeing that hurdle play circulate, I love it. It's a guy who can catch as well. He's a mean blocker, and I think the biggest thing that I love about this entire group is that Mike McDaniel has guys he either has worked with or has had to prepare against with familiarity, In Raheem Mostert, obviously, it's a guy from San Francisco. He plucked him up, and he's bringing him over to Miami, and I love that. Love that. But Sony Michel and Chase Edmonds are both guys who were in the NFC West, guys that McDaniel was, of course, brought in to explain and be like, hey, what do you guys view this as a runner? And maybe he saw things he liked, wrote him down, and then he's like, hey, I'm a head coach now. I want to bring those guys who had cool talents, who had cool tools. It's exciting to see him just build those guys. I trust that running back eye, that vision. Mike McDaniel, it's no joke. We're going to go from 30th. We had 1,560 yards, I think, last year. We're going to jump all the way to top 5. We're going to easily get 2,300 yards next year rushing offense. I'm pumped. Hopefully Sony breaks 1,000. Mostert, if he stays healthy, I can see him running away with it and breaking 1,000 himself. I think Chase Edmonds gets 1,000 yards scrimmage. Like, all these possibilities, like, because we're going to be a run-heavy team. I know that's like 3,000 yards I just said for running backs total. Sue me, whatever. I'm not an analyst. I'm just a happy fan, and I hope you guys are excited, too, for this run game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which of the running backs do you prefer? Sony, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert? Or do you guys see someone else popping up? Maybe a Garrett Dokes, maybe a Savon Ahmed, maybe Myles Gaskin comes back from the grave and just comes to fruition. Maybe Frank Gore comes out of retirement and he comes back to be our running back. Whatever it may be, guys, let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening to Nando Talk. Enjoy.